Hey guys, I'm Andrew Hill. I'm the Sea-Doo Global Brand Ambassador based in New Zealand. I've had a lot to do with the Sea-Doo Fishpro, and I thought we'd do a walk around on what's known as the Fishpro Sport 170. So this is my own personal unit, so I'm going to run through sort of all the basic features and then also what I add on to it to make it all set up and ready to go for fishing for me. So what we have here to get started with, it's the Fishpro is a St3 hull, which is the biggest hull in the range. It's also got an extended rear deck on it, which allows you to have two LinQ systems on it, which I'll run through soon. Being the St3 hull, it's a great offshore hull, so it suits all my fishing adventures. 20 to 60 k's range from shore when I head out, and I can handle those days where it tends to get a bit rough and ugly. It's amazing what these craft can do, and being this St3 hull, it's super stable, so if I take any passengers out, it's just like going by myself, so pretty impressive, okay? One thing that came with the St3 hull, which is front storage here that they have in it now. It's all underneath the handlebars, really easily accessed, really suits us fishermen, because it's super handy. I can sit on the seat and access things with my hands without having to reach over the handlebars. So super cool feature that came with that version of the hull upgrade. You'll see we've got storage up here as well, as you can add this storage bag in here. Just makes it really easy to keep all your valuables intact here so they don't bounce around when you're riding. It simply clips in like so. Sorry, just making it look, and I can keep everything separated up there. This is all my clothing, which I'm going to run through with you as well. There's also a separation there for more storage as well. And I've got my sand anchor down there as well. Nice and handy for if I'm doing any parking up at the beaches. As part of the Fishpro, it comes with a storage organizer here as well, and that is where I keep all my fishing gear. So I've got my soft baits, my hooks, my leader, my scissors, all the things that I need, because most of my fishing that I do is actually soft baiting, so this is just a perfect weapon for going out fishing for the type of fishing I do. To open this hatch here, in case I missed it before, is these two release handles here. Push those, simple as that, to lift it up to get into all this storage. Got a very cool dash on them up here saying low fuel, so that's how much I get out all the time. My last trip I did about 160 k's on the main tank. It's also got a distance to empty. I've cleaned it right out there, and being a 70 litre tank, I can normally get from 160 to the maximum I've got is 178 k's for my trips offshore. You've also got distance to empty, a backlit display as well. So when you're going out in low light, this illuminates. Very cool. You can also put it to accessories mode and go into your settings here, and you can click it onto accessories mode. And when that's turned on, when you take off the lanyard, the fish finder will still operate, okay? Comes complete with the fish finder. The Garmin 62 CV is part of this package on the Fishpro Sport 170. And the cool thing with the latest version, the 2022, it also comes with a map token. So you can actually download your local area maps to get all the detail like you'll see that I have on my unit here. So it's just loading up. When you get the extra charts uploaded, you'll get all this extra detail here, which is a lot handier for hunting your fish. You'll see all my tracks there. Automatically defaults when you start up the unit to have all your tracks showing where you head out. And your fish finder sonar is on this side, the way I've got mine set up. You can easily set up just to have sonar if you want. Obviously this isn't in the water at the moment, so we're not seeing a bottom reading. The unit's also super easy to detach. You can take it off just like that for security and click it back on just like so. If you have an SD card and you want to put your own charts in, it's got a micro SD slot here. to allow you to put your local maps in. Very simple. On it, you've got an area to put your cell phone as well, dry storage in here. Nice and simple. Click these back, you can put your storage of your phone in here, and it's also got a USB port as well in there. Now with the latest Fishpros, they come out with front rod holders as well, which is really handy. If you're out there having your lunch or just wanting to keep your hands free, just have a bit of a break, you can put your rod right in here, nice and simple. Also comes with a cup holder as well, which is really handy, so you can keep hydrated out there. All very important. Nice and easy to come on and off, just like the other ones. They're the same rod holder that goes on the cooler as well, and cup holder as well. Once again, simple to put on and off. You can add those on as accessories. Also, there's an option on the Fishpro 170. You can get it with an audio package or without. This particular one hasn't got the audio. Normally the speakers go right here. It's a very cool unit, just runs through the Bluetooth on your phone. Something not to be forgotten, very super cool with the Fishpro Sport, is it has trolling mode as well. So if you're into your lake fishing, anything like that, or you want to tow fish game fish, you can also just set up your speed of what you want to troll at, okay? And we've got the palm grips on these handlebars as well to actually let you have a bit more comfort on those bigger rides. And as well as that, you've got your adjustable handlebars. So feature rich. That's only the start of it. Then back here, we've got the bench seat now, all flat, really made for the fisherman. It's really durable and super comfortable. And then also here, you've got on the gunwales, you've got your footrests here, really handy for when you're into a fish. My trailer that I've got here, this is a roller trailer, Futura trailer, all aluminium, nice lightweight, got guide poles on it as well. Nice and easy for me to get my Fishpro on and off by myself. So the Fishpro cooler comes with a measure on top and a work area as well for dealing with your fish. And also we have this rubber storage area here, so you can actually put some baits and things, and I've got a measure in there as well for wanting to do my bigger fish, a full pull-out measure. Very handy. I actually hang a few hooks on here as well. It's just really well thought of. As part of the Fishpro package, comes with 5 rod holder tubes and 1 cup holder. I'll show you how easy the rod holder tubes come on and off. They're very simple to pull on and off. There's just a release button up under here. Pulls off just like so. Click it on. Then you can actually move it and relocate it to whatever you personalize around your Fishpro. So we've got the LinQ cooler, 51 litre, comes with the Fishpro Sport, and also available for other Sea-Doo units that have got the LinQ system that you can add it to it. Really easy to remove. It's got these release handles underneath here. Simple as that. Pop off, and then the whole cooler can come off just like so. You can also add in fuel caddy. This is an extra 15 litres, so it just locks in around here. The strap goes off, and my setup at the moment is currently set up with one of my upgrades. It's got a heavy duty rod holder for deep water drops, but if you don't have that on there as well, you can also add the fuel caddy and the cooler box on there, okay? There's various other accessories that will connect onto this LinQ system, so really make use of all the options so you can really go out there and enjoy some cool adventures. And you'll notice here that's the extra deck extension that's on it to allow for this extra accessory to be added on there. Rear boarding ladder as well, nice and simple. So what I'll do is I'll run through a few of the other options that I've added onto my unit to make it a little bit more suited for my adventures. So once you've got your Fishpro, you might want to add a few other accessories to make it easier for your adventures. So a few viewers have requested about how simple it is to add navigation lights. So I came up with this option here, the Ultimate ST3 front mount. Just bolts on to the factory bolt holes here. Very simple to add, literally takes less than a minute. Then it allows you here with the starport to add any of the other cool options that I do. So to add a nav light, very simple. If you get it around the right way, lock it in, all done, and turn her on. Simple as that. Nav light installed. And then to remove it, once again, release that, pop that out. And if you've got a GoPro, you can add a GoPro in, simple as that, to capture all your fun on your adventures. So that's for your front on angle, and I have different length poles available too, depending on what perspective you want to capture. So really simple option there. Ultimate ST3 front mount, available on my website. Nice and easy for you guys to get. I send them all around the world. Use DHL Express, so it's going to get there fast. For the guys who've been ordering them lately in Florida and that, it's been taking about 3 to 4 days from New Zealand, so really fast service, can have you out there enjoying the action super quick. So I'll go through some of my other accessories. So I've got this ultimate fishing pouch here, simple to mount on your handlebars, and it's just really easy, gets rid of a lot of that mess. I can keep all my smelly soft baits and things like that up here, and once again, it's really important to easily access all your fishing gear, okay? You'll notice up the front, in that front hatch, for those bigger catches I'm after, I do my ultimate catch bag here, okay? For big catches, it's insulated, and that's where I'll put my kingfish and my big snapper in. Really simple. While I'm not using it, roll it up. Plenty of room here in this front storage of the Fishpro. Nice and simple. Put it in there and then shut down the hatch. Easy as that. If we come to the back here, I've got my triple rod holder here. This is for my deep water drops, okay? I do have aspirations of going out and getting bass or blue nose, fish along on those lines, the big heavy fish, and for that type of fishing, I'm all geared up with an electric reel. Bent butt goes over there like so, and being an electric reel, I've got it all plumbed in nicely. I've plumbed this all in myself. It's something I've specialised in. Running this electric reel, you wouldn't want to draw off your main battery. So as much as the Fishpro's got its own protection, that it's going to actually shut down any of your accessories like your audio or your sounder once your battery goes too flat, so you've got plenty of starts. This here, the way I've got it wired now for the electric reel, is mean I'm going to get maximum power out of my battery all day. So under here, I've got the combined battery switch down here. If I get a battery failure, I can click there, and I can use the power out of both batteries to get me home if I'm miles offshore. And it's got an ACR in there as well. So this panel is actually available now to easily adapt your current system to it. Switch panel system is available on my website. It easily allows you to mount the red switch, or otherwise a BEP switch, and ASR, or any type of relay system that you want, all in the similar area, so that you can have no hassles mounting it in there. It's all about making it easy for you guys. So that's why a lot of these products I've come up with over the years for myself and for you to enjoy your fishing adventures. You'll see I've got reel covers as well. This is the jumbo reel cover designed for this electric reel here. And then also I've got my traditional standard size reel covers. They actually stop your rods from bouncing out of the rod holder tubes as well as protecting them from your reels from any of the saltwater spray that comes off the side of the watercraft. It's a pretty wet environment out there, and you've got some nice gear, so you definitely want to look after it out there. So I've got these available, these reel covers in various different colors. That's the new orange, and also this blue, which is hugely popular for the Fishpro. So protect your gear, do it once, do it right, and save yourself some money. Another very popular accessory that I do is the ultimate LinQ accessory rack here. Bolts into the factory bolt positions here on your LinQ cooler, and it still allows you to use your factory rod holder tubes as well, which is really simple. You'll see I've got a gaff in here as well in that rod holder tube. That's one of the gaffs I offer. So this rack here gives you a bottle holder as well, so you can put your big bottles of water in there so you can keep hydrated, and also puts your starport on a very secure position here. This one's also got a Nicky spike as well in there. So your starport here is what I can either use for a rear light pole, or otherwise mainly I use it for GoPro footage. So I can have a straight up pole here for my GoPro, or for my best angles that I get from my YouTube videos is I would use it like so. So put that in there like that and lock her in, adjust her up, and that's how I get my best angles. Okay, a lot of you are asking, it's got the 600 boom added on it, and it's a pretty cool perspective so that you guys can share your adventures with your mates and show them how cool this sport really is. And that's where it actually started for me. When I started 15 years ago doing it, I used to try and capture my adventures going out there to just show other people how cool it was, and before you know it, it's just got absolutely crazy with everyone doing it now. So since Sea-Doo obviously got into it and came up with a production ready unit, it has made it so much easier for people to get started, because you can actually go into the shop, buy something out of the box that all the thinking is already done for you. It's all been tested, you've got a fish finder added already, and you've got your cooler and all these other cool accessories to get you started, and all you got to do is go fishing. So very cool. So I'll go through a few more features with you as well, that I have got for you. Down underneath here, for those who've got the Sport 170 and wanting a simple solution to add a live bait pickup, got the ultimate ST3 live bait pickup. Just bolts onto the factory bolt points here, so you've got no drilling required. It's got a feed here that centrifugally just picks up your water, and got a Nylex fitting here. Water goes up here and straight back into your cooler. And that there is just one simple way to fill your cooler and keep your live baits revived. So everything's covered for you guys, eh? What next? One of my latest accessories is the ultimate LinQ cooler rear mount. Just once again, remove the factory screws here, these T30 screws, and then replace the alloy plate on there with the spacer block, and then put your factory screws back in there, okay? It's a solid alloy plate, anodized. It comes in blue or black, depending on what unit you've got in your Fishpros. And then once again, it's got a solid mounted starport there. But you can either add a light pole to it, a rear light pole, all-round light, or you can add a really cool camera position here, okay? On a solid mount there. And also, if you get it in this configuration, it's also got enough height, so if you're loading your fish in the cooler there, you can still capture all that on camera as well. So there's different options for you, whether you want to get it with a 15 centimeter extender or the 40 centimeter. So plenty of choice there for you. So a few of the guys have been ordering these who've already got the front mounts, just another addition to your package to actually have you set up to capture all those different angles. Being prepared for when you catch your fish is really important. As silly as it sounds that you've only got to go from the water to your cooler to put your catch in, it's very easy still to lose fish. So have a net. This is a good net that I offer on my website. It's got a rubber basket, so that rather than the string mesh ones that you're going to get your hooks, barbs caught in it, it's a lot easier to retrieve your fish, to put them into the cooler or release your fish. And it's also got a safety cord on it which goes through this lanyard here, which is also connected to the top of the rod holder tube, okay? Just means that while you're riding, having plenty of fun going to and from your spots, that you're not gonna lose your gear. If you can have everything secured down, like your nets, your rods and your reels with your reel covers, really good practice to get used to is going out, secure everything down. You'll also notice I have a knife here attached with my rack straps. Nice and simple solution to have a knife. It's just got the sheath on there, knife there, simple as that, okay? Never know when you're going to need a knife. You might have a big catch that you're needing to release quickly, or whether you're just wanting to deal with some rope or anything that's tangled. So definitely carry a knife as well. Just going to go through a bit of what I wear and what safety equipment I use. So all the time when I'm out there, I'm wearing a PLB. Very important to wear it while you're out there riding, because the time you're probably going to need it, you'll be in the water. So I've got a vest and a PLB. Those also, like everything, is available on my website, okay? So on top of that, I take a phone with me as well and fully charged, but I've also got the USB on the Fishpro that I can charge it up as well. And then I've got a handheld VHF as well. Just think of all these things. It's really important to take safety first, because it's a small price to pay to have that peace of mind out there. For my car keys, I'll put them in this little Sea-Doo pouch here. It's waterproofed. When I've rolled it all over, it just means that when I've got them stored down here, I'm not going to end up losing them, and then my keys aren't going to get wet. Okay, so put that down there. First aid kit. You never know what's going to happen out there if you've got to help a mate out there. So have a first aid kit. But luckily we've got so much storage up the front here, can keep it all in there. Next is my clothing. Be sun smart out there. Make sure you're wearing decent sunscreen, because it is pretty vulnerable out there with the heat, and we're in summer here in New Zealand at the moment. Pretty hot days, starting to get up to 30 degrees Celsius, so it doesn't take long to get burnt out there. So I'll wear one of these Sea-Doo buffs when I'm out there. Got some sunnies on for the nicer days. These Sea-Doo sunnies, when it's really rough and ugly out there, which I sometimes get, and nothing that's not a problem for me to handle my fish pro. I've got my mask, which I also offer. Then sharkskin clothing. What have we got here? Just trying to hunt through what I've got. This time of year, I'm going to wear the light pants here. They've got SPF 50 protection on them. Really light and thin on the leggings here, so you don't get your thighs and your calves burnt, which is pretty easy when you don't have a bimini or an umbrella out there on the fish pro. Don't quite have all the luxuries as we have on a boat, but we're having the fun factor. So yeah, wear those on my bottoms in the summer. Then I'm wearing one of these light tops here. This is a rapid dry top, SPF 50 sharkskin, really popular, and even nice color match to the 2021-2022 fish pro. Quite convenient. For those colder days and the wetter days, I'll wear one of my rooster tops, okay? Really popular with all the jet ski fishermen, so definitely worthwhile having part of your kit. Even whether it's in summer or winter, it suits all seasons, because you just don't know when that weather's going to turn, or if it's going to rain, get cold out there. Just got to have it part of your kit, and you can leave it up the front there. Always take a hat, really important. Might put that on now actually, because it's getting a bit hot out here. Then for the winter, same again, the sharkskin pants, but these are your winter pants, okay? A lot thicker, really warm, and they're designed to just wear as that single layer there. Then the same again as the top. This is a breathable top, it's got a zip on it as well, and I find the short sleeve will be sufficient for all my trips, even in the winter, with that wet weather top combined. Then I've got my Sea-Doo gloves, fingerless gloves, so I can still tie all my knots, do everything else, and not to forget your footwear. And these Sea-Doo wet shoes are just awesome, okay? So that's all my kit that I wear, and it's always good to hear what you guys are thinking of my videos, and make sure you let me know what you think and what you'd like to see. Subscribe, and I hope to share some more adventures with you soon. And I've got another chopper flying over, so hopefully the sound was better for you guys this time. That gave me a whole lot of feedback on one of my other videos. Thanks again for watching, eh?